Alright, welcome. This screencast is dedicated towards the Working with Wireframes study. And I want to direct you here so that you can become familiar with the wireframe we showed you last week. This is a wireframe or a site plan for the river rafting website we will be building for part of our assignments, and halfway through the course we'll have completed this. So you'll notice it's broken up into sections. We have the navigation up here in the heading, followed by a large banner image represented by this big X square. And this first section you see opens with "We run rivers to relax," a heading, followed by its own paragraph of text. Now, if you ever see lorem ipsum dolor and all of this type here, this is simply placeholder text to highlight where our content will go when it's finalized. You'll notice the first section is broken up into halves. The first half is column left, and the second half is column right, also represented by an image. And then section 2 opens up here with an image on left column, and on the right column, a new heading with more of this placeholder text. And finally, section 3 just has a centered header with a paragraph of text. And way down here at the bottom, you'll notice we have a footer, which has the copyright, the year, and the name of the business. And then your name and your section number can follow at the very bottom. Now, what are these three images represented by these three squares with X's? Those are social media icons, so that as a business, you can plan on engaging your viewers and target audience through social media. It's likely going to be something along the lines of Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube if you'd like to connect with them on those platforms. Again, it's whatever you'd like it to be as a business owner. And if you're developing this for a river rafting website, you would want to direct people to other external websites in the form of maybe social media. So that's for you to decide on how you'll use the footer, as well as what you'll name for your child page 1 and child page 2. So I'm going to back out of this wireframe grid. And so this exercise is simply a study. Okay? I'd like you to visit How to Read a Wireframe, and then look at wireframes to website. This takes about 10 minutes. If we click on through, it's actually a series of short videos showing you how you can use the wireframe to structure your website. And if we come on down here, we get some actual practice. So we can visit this example and try to convert it to the best of our ability with HTML. So to do that, I would actually open up Glitch, and I would create a new file for that practice exercise. Something like, well, let's see what it's called. Wireframe example. Let's actually visit this wireframe example. There we go. Let's actually shrink it. 100%. Oh, yeah, exactly. So this looks like what it is. You'll see here, it says dribble up here in the top. Wireframe templates. This is provided by Chris Bannister. And if you click on each one, it's actually just redirecting me to the top. So let's actually see what it's all about. Oh, now I see. If we click on phone, it's showing you the template for a wireframe for phone. Typically navigation's towards the top, followed by the body of content, and then, if necessary, at the bottom, a footer. Let's actually see this. Responsive tablet. Yeah, so we have mobile, tablet, and desktop view. And you'll notice if we make a website responsive, it should scale as we shrink our browser. Now you'll notice this doesn't scale. This is just an example page. But typically, if you were to resize a window on a website, you would like to see it scale, as you see it's happening right here. You see the word dribble is actually scaling. And then the desktop wireframe is right here. So you'll notice with more room, there's more content required, and you can work more with the spacing and alignment. Let's come back here. So you can practice with that. If we see over here, this is the proper syntax to add an image. Again, source points to the site or the URL for the image you'd like to showcase. And this will give you a random image that is 320 wide and 240 high. Now remember, our goal is not to produce a finished version of the example site. It will eventually look much like the site included in the videos. If you look at video 5, for example, let's go check that out. So let's close these dribble links. Let's go back here in the videos. If we look over here from wireframe to website, let's look at video 5. Okay, if we look
The
at the
last
footer.
section of HTML we need for this page is the navigation at the bottom.
So they've chosen to put some navigation at the bottom. And you'll notice a wireframe is just simply a series of sketches and thumbnails for how you'd like to design the website. In no way is it a professional rendering of the website. It's simply you brainstorming how you'd like to position things before you ever get to write glitch to create maybe an example wireframe. And again, remember to rename your files with .html as the extension so that you can correctly mark up what you're doing. So let's move on. You'll notice here we can visualize, we can look at wireframe to HTML. Again, this is a series of videos. I'd like you to study and watch these. It's going to walk you through these exercises. It's encouraged that you follow along so that you can learn more quickly by typing in glitch and maybe split screen the view, just like so. Okay, you can do split screen view, and I encourage you to use glitch over here on this side so that you can benefit most from your learning, not just watch, but actually try to keep up. Because our next exercise is what I'd like to demonstrate in the very next video. So stay tuned, we'll be looking at that next. The next assignment involves this. It's the one following. In week 3, I'll next be demonstrating troubleshooting. So stay tuned.